So, see, every time you blink, the game will notice. Like hot dog or I can feel it. Alright. See how this works? Try blinking on the white symbol. When you see a metronome and blink, what? You'll try. Oh. Am I in like the egg thing? Am I a little sperm cell? No, I'm above the ocean. Grammy, what?
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. You remember blinking, don't you? Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that.
Yo, can someone change the game category to Before Your Eyes?
A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one?
What's good, Devil Cry?
That's where I'm taking you. To see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and
Did you come during this game?
Well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters.
Wait,
Class A storyteller, believe you me.
What's up, Liz?
No, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
It's weird.
Sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah. It's weird.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there.
My first memory ever. My first ever memory. I remember it still. I was like 6 months old. And I was in the bathtub, right? And I was just chilling. I was playing with this toy. I still remember it. I think I gave it to my little brother. I had it on the side of the bathtub. And I I shit the tub, and then after I took a crap and I see my turd there floating, I started screaming, trying to get away from it. I started screaming and crying. They see, Greg, I'm trying to story tell here. It's my first memory. This is important. Anyways.
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not going to be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it.
Does it matter where I
And just
do it? I
try
hit
to
it
enjoy
in the
it this time.
Look at that sun.
middle. On an island?
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
Greg, for real? Yeah, I know I was there for the whole stream. I just don't remember it too well. Okay, man.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Alright, Greg.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
Alright, Greg.
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece? I
Devil
can't
Cry
find it
also have
anywhere.
I have Tourette's syndrome,
Did I
so I
put it?
blink all the time.
No.
Okay.
And I tried to set it up.
Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea.
This camera actually has a light on it.
To see how it grows? Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic. What was that beep?
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
No, not
Give me
really.
time.
My trauma's kicking in. My trauma's kicking in. I might crap myself again. It's one of my first memories.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worry that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see
Of
why
course I
not.
am. I'm Max.
We're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right.
Greg, your ass, alright.
You're right.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on
It's all good, Whisk.
Okay, I understand.
Why isn't it giving me like a first time
Thank you for
chatter thing for
considering
you,
my piece,
Whisk?
John. It really means a lot.
Were you here during Greg's raid like a few months ago?
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
How dare you say that?
Hey, we do not throw things in this house.
Yes, the fuck
If
I
you're
do.
mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it. You know, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what you have in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike...
I clicked it.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it.
You make choices? I don't remember that you playing that.
God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Click.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached.
It's gonna be dog.
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever
It's a
seen.
cat.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But, while he's here, I say we call him Ernie. Little Ernie. Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
Yeah, I just mean, for now. Of course we're not gonna keep him.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey. But
Whiz.
another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic to. So he's like a human allergy shot full of love with one eye. Just considering.
I just know a month from now he's gonna be sleeping on my pillow and I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry, guys. My contacts are messing with me. So if I have some eye drops in my room, then hold on. Sorry. Bro, how did I barely miss? God, I hate putting those in my eyes. Alright. I'm better. Like a shirt or something. I got underwear. Hold on. They're clean. Don't worry. I did laundry. Alright.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know.
What's a
Which
gravitas?
I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Which one should I choose? I would probably choose. They got good food there. Greg, which one to choose? You play this game. I'm going to Egypt.
Now, you know the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike powers. They would have worshipped our little Ernie. Can you imagine? Sorry, Ernie. Born in the wrong time period, I guess.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much stupider than I thought.
Richard, what are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Bro, what is this thing? What is this?
Don't worry. I already did.
Draw.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let
Me?
Cat know
Yeah,
it's time to use the
I'm just
boat.
locked in.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
I should probably be talking more. Alright.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes,
Oh, that's
I
how it
suppose.
works.
If you made a work of genius. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
Do I wait for it to be answered or do I click forwards?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Yes, mommy.
Subdivide the
play a
time.
song.
1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off.
Shut up, Mom.
You're
I'm
off,
trying.
Ben. You can't hear that?
Oh, I accidentally
There
clicked.
you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it,
sorry.
just like that.
Hold on, let me get it all out. Alright.
Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Are we outside?
Ernie,
Ernie!
buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses
No,
will turn
bro.
indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
God, honey, I'm worried too.
I know, sweetie.
Ernie, kid.
No, bro.
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
I thought I was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on?
Equal distance.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't
How's she
think
gonna
about
blame
it.
her dad,
Just-
bro?
it just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
How dare you,
I
guys?
didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable. He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, Vanilla Galleon is a particular.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those too.
Chat's quiet.
I know,
What
it
was
seems
that? I don't know
impossible
what
that
that
you could ever
was.
play something so complex.
Wait, hold on.
But just take it one day at a time.
Trust me.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not a
Okay. 2 brackets on
Dude,
each
I
side.
didn't mean to.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
That's something I would do.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
They're making me get rid of my toys, bro.
This isn't my house. It's not my house. Right. Fall back, you fool. I'll have your head.
Weird eye, girl.
Feed them to the cat.
I remember this part in Greg's stream.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
God, I walk slow.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
That ain't something cool. Weird girl, bro.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
I did it. Bro, alright.
Quiet, everyone.
Oh
He's
my
about
god.
to play for us.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Ah, very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
Yeah, wake up, guys.
It's kind of one of those professions that
I just like
stops the dinner
a slower
party
game.
short.
Oh,
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
What a shot.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Same class, what a coincidence. Keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not
This
talk
is
to me
quote.
ever.
I want each of you to write it
Love,
down.
Chloe.
Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
You broke
we
my no
do
talking
not
rule,
act
but I
account
asked you
past
to, so
our destiny
I guess I'll have to let
embarrass
you live.
ourselves in all sorts of ways.
Let me live. What?
And now, on to what you've all been waiting.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys
Consters?
are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
What is this? I'll click.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in
Bro,
history
please don't
class.
move.
I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
This girl sucks. Alright, I'm tapping forwards.
It's called a magnet school.
A magnet school?
It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be
I've been in a
scary,
place that was a
but
magnet
I just
school
want
and
you
an
to go
elementary
in
school.
and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem.
It's pretty good.
Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning.
I'm not talking much. I'm locked
I'm
in.
eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and
Yo,
who did
Gregory,
you study
you in
under?
here?
John MacDonald?
Who else in here?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm,
Mom's so flirty.
very caring. As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once.
My heart
I wish
beating
I had
fast.
the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
No, I'm gonna take it. Remember, today's the first day of the rest of your life.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Yes, just obey.
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm a
what do you
simp, I
know
got
about
to.
anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man,
maybe
did I just
am
cause
a
a
little
fight
checked out,
with your
but
parents?
I actually think the
I'm
fact
sorry,
that
dude,
checked out means
but
I'm
you
able
should
to
also
help
cherish
the ocean
these
here a
moments.
little bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we gotta be leaning on lobster a lot more in these reef battles.
Welcome
Then,
back, Greg.
once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me. But if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the Red Reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types, which we're for sure gonna need. But we'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Okay, I gotta go.
I'm clicking it.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale?
Hey,
That
Mr.
is
Kid.
and
That's-
she's got, and yes,
Look at it.
that's a she. The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus,
What?
though I would not say that to her
And
face.
Me
Now,
picture. What?
As you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do
What?
not pass judgment.
What does that say?
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Ew, why is he so scared looking?
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Bright and worried I had you change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this with no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
No.
No. Okay, my bad. Running for president. Let's go. You got my vote. You got my vote, bro. I'll be what's that word? I'll be able to vote in 3 years. I'm voting for you.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Can I turn the light off?
Tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny.
Yeah, fuck you, Mom. I'm staying up all night watching Greg stream. Oh, heck yeah, I'm sneaking out. You already know.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T- now, okay?
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most, which was also something I wanted to talk to you about.
Probably didn't sleep at all.
Can I go back? Oh my god, bro. Here, I'll give you all one. No, I was kidding. Greg, if you ran for president...
You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay, you still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something.
Oh, no.
Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben.
Oh.
I'm going to be there soon.
Devil Cry, I hope so.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Thank you, Greg.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
I know Osu player.
So,
Kiss us a city.
why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right.
My path is going to OnlyFans.
I really want to thank you and your...
You can shut up.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
This happened so much
Oh,
last
yes,
year
of
during
course.
school. I missed so much.
I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
Greg, do I wait for him to come back in? I'm waiting for your answer, Greg. I'm clicking it.
Make sure you stay engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Where are we taking this to? Looking.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me?
Why isn't your son eating this, Al?
No. You know what
He's
well,
pretty
ever
good.
since he got sick,
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Sweet.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
Idiot. Yeah, sucked. So did that one. Goated.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
Yes. Yes.
It's very zany, very kitsch.
I thought it was a woman. Okay. Well, ruined my day. That ruined my
Lucky
day.
for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
I thought it was a woman. Alright, it'll cry. Let's see if it's all good. Do I click? God, I really thought that was a woman. I
There
swear
you
if I see
go,
a dang
Mr.
thing.
Bryn. Feel each shape.
I don't know.
Oh, you fiend!
I don't. Oh, my bad. My bad. Stream delay. I'm sorry.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
I'm mad that they made me draw a naked guy.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
What did I fist myself? Benjamin Bryn.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
It sucks.
He
It's
slipped the
scribbled.
discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a
So I can
living
draw
isn't
different
selling
styles.
out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous! this show last week. Truly stunning. I've never
Right.
been prouder. One little thing. A birdie.
It's
Don't
beautiful.
worry. You're not selling your soul. I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together.
Oh, I'd better make money.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
So I'm an adult now.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, as good as out,
So,
y'all.
now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buying me fancy dinners like this every week, obviously. Because I can get used to this. Oh, this looks delicious. I'm getting a salad and an appetizer, and I'm already stealing the bread. Look at that butter. Oh my gosh, it's in the shape of a swan. Oh my god. I never thought I'd see the day where you would take me out to dinner, but I like it. Oh wow. Should I get soup? No, I can get soup at home.
I like this game. Oh man, I forgot. I have to try for styles. Okay.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
Oh, because we took that trip to Egypt. Oh, I love that color. Put that.
Hey, honey.
Okay, that's
Your
Siren.
work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all.
Sweet.
But Ben, I've had an idea. You know, the critics are fickle. How about if you go back to your roots? Paint something meaningful, personal, close to your heart. Gotta go. Love you lots. Mwah.
Hey, Greg, what does it mean?
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it.
Oh my god, is this our cat?
I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while.
Oh.
But really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're such. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there.
I swear if she dies.
So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just going to get back to work, okay?
I swear if she dies.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. Huh. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
My mother's dead, dumbass.
Again? Look, you know I talk to big, important people, people who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You've got to get it together. Love you lots. Mwah. Hey, Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done, so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
What was that?
Now would you look at that?
That's that wolf guy.
I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man.
Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
What do I choose?
A jovial child or a solitary one?
Happy, right?
Hey, not bad.
Because I was with my mom, my dad, and the cat. So I'd say I've been happy.
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here. Don't be bashful, man. You can tell me.
Probably this one.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
Explain what you just experienced was not your life, but the life you wanted. Not the wolf who takes you to God will not let you unless you tell the truth about your life. Now it's time to go back and live the life that actually happened and not what you wanted. So none of that was real?
Shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for. Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass.
I think he saw me stick my wiener in that
So I'm
peanut
gonna ask
butter.
you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after your...
Dang it, I messed up.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E.
What? Did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going. The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Should I keep going?
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course.
So Greg, everything that I lived up until this point, like, that all was true, right?
We can focus on make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want to
What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
Like, sometimes whenever, like, you're traumatized as a kid, you don't remember until you're an adult or something. What do you mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs.
Hey, fill me up, Daddy.
Whisk, what the heck? Of course you had to. Alright. Sure you are. No, Whisk, you're good. I'm just messing around.
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Fuck you, Mom.
Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Yeah, this is a really good game. The Great Life of Benjamin Brin. Growing up in a loving home. Hold on. Alright, I'll read it. His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents, in a quaint village by the sea. His mother was a composer. Who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. What's an accountant? What's an accountant?
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay,
It does make
back
sense.
to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
Good night, Wiz. Does when I click the metronome, does that matter?
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Batman never sleeps. And so does my sidekick, Robin.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
I click.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
She don't love me?
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
They left my door open. What? How was it emotional?
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Okay,
thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Dude, that sounded like he was outside my door.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already.
I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me, or what, but I just wanted to call to say I really don't appreciate being lied to. And it's not that I need your help in history class, you know. I actually never needed your help in history class. And I just pretended because you were clearly really lonely and you had no friends. And it was my New Year's resolution to be nicer to people. So, I just wanted to say that you've reminded me why I wasn't nice to people in the first place. And I wish I never met you. And goodbye forever.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Come up here and give me a hug.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right.
Oh, alright.
You mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
Yes, Paige, I know.
I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
All I am eating and drinking is.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
My darling, my mouth sensitivity is lower as well.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this cramp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out,
She began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick
and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live.
which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them of exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten.
So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
I wanna be somebody.
It's my father, Robert Howard.
Me 2.0 for you.
Well,